But anyway, you just missed just the best up. No, I'm just kidding. You didn't miss much. Ouch. It was cute though. You did miss some adorableness. Let's see if I can do this. So yes, unfortunately, Sunny, the kitten from the colony, did not make it. Had done everything possible, and he just got to a point where it became clear that it was time for him to be let go, and so at least we know he didn't suffer. And this litter is a pretty sad example or proof, I guess, that the statistics are true, that there is a 75% mortality rate for kittens that are born in the wild. So Rain and Sunny and their sibling, who we weren't able to catch and haven't seen for several days, and so far Hayes though is doing well. He's not eating on his own. That can be from a number of things. But he is growing, he's gaining weight, and he's happy and doesn't have any obvious signs that anything is wrong. So he's staying with Kayla and being monitored, and we're hopeful for him, but you never know in these kinds of situations just what all is going on in there. It's most likely a combination of just too many parasites, terrible nutrition, viruses, bacteria, just all that stuff adds up to overwhelm the kittens especially when they're not very strong. So yeah, it's not what we were hoping for, but it's kind of the sad reality of cat overpopulation and the result of people not spaying and neutering. So this is what happens out there all the time. It's just that most of the time we don't ever see them or know that they existed. And at least for these guys, we knew them. They mattered to many people, and their passing was as gentle as it could have been. And we do have Hayes so far still with us, so, and getting the best possible care. So that's something that is coming out of this. But yeah, it's been tough. It's been a tough week for all of us. Dr. Ferguson, Kim, T, just, you know, it's been a tough week. So the number one priority is to get Mr. T in Pinecone, which we're doing tomorrow, because every time we drive up there, we're terrified that we're going to see them in the road, run over by a car. So we want to bring them in as soon as possible and see if they will be happy in captivity and if we can find them a home. So that's going to be priority one, and as long as they're here and as long as the Tip and Cisco kittens are also here and Cassidy is also here, that's all the space that is available. And so we'll have to wait for either T and Piney to get adopted, which hopefully would happen fast, but may be difficult, I don't know. Or for the spays and neuters to be able to happen over with the Tip and Cisco kittens. It definitely is amazing. It does highlight how amazing Cassidy is, because you know that he had the same stuff going on, and when I talk about that he wanted to live and that he was a fighter, there was something different, there was something special about him that told me that he wanted to survive, and that there was something in him that was giving him something extra. That was keeping him going even when his body should have shut down, right? So he is very remarkable and special.
And very twisty, very bendy.
So it's pretty, this is kind of the tough, harsh reality of TNR, and it's why people burn out and get what they call compassion fatigue and get, bitter and angry, and, because it's tough. It's definitely tough, and you can't always save them, and that's noisy. And there are always too many cats and too few resources, and so we just have to focus on the ones we can save and do the best we can for them. And that's what we're doing. And so we definitely have sad times, but we also have big successes, and I think we've had a huge impact at the colony. And definitely next year will be much better because we've spayed so many of the females. So so that's why I haven't been doing like a lot of like updates on the camera, because it's just been a really draining week over here. So I think next week hopefully will be better. But it's just part of life. I think maybe I used up all my miracles for the month with Cassidy. But oh, is it time for, it's poop time. Also, a miracle that Cassidy uses the litter box all the time. So that's one less issue we have to worry about with him. That's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. What else? I have to say a big thank you to Kimsy's Leopard, Bobcat, and Jaeger Kim, who has coordinated the entire Mr. T and Pinecone experience, because I've been so busy with all the other stuff going on, and she has created the snuggle schedule for them and put together the ISO instructions and gotten the room cleaned and disinfected and everything else set up down there so that we can bring them in tomorrow. So that is awesome, because I wouldn't have been able to do all of that. And she's also taking the lead on all the snuggle time. I see her name on the schedule every day, just about, I think. And so we're hoping, so best case scenario for those guys is that they will not completely panic and hate being in captivity, and that we will be able to find a home. Ideally, we would like to find a home for both of them because they are colony cats and they are very social. If that doesn't work out, then that's okay too. But that's kind of our ideal outcome, is to find a home for both of them. But it's all contingent on them being okay in captivity, and also that their ringworm negative is a big one, because we don't know that. So we are going to give them ringworm baths. We are going to test them. So it'll take us probably about a week to find out if they are clear of ringworm. And so if they're clear of ringworm and they do okay in captivity, then we will start looking for a home for them. And the faster that happens, the faster we'll be able to bring Nova in if we can catch her. I don't know. She looks like she might be a little bit pregnant, and typically she only starts showing up at the feeding station when she is pregnant. So, but she's also one of those mama cats who is pregnant all the time and just always looks pregnant because she's more experienced. She's been around a couple years, and she has giant litters of kittens. The Hayes litter is at least her third litter this season. So, and the first kittens we trapped, Murdoch and if you remember those guys, I think it was the Gorilla's litter. They were her second litter, I think, or possibly her first litter. I don't remember when we trapped them, but anyway, so we've gotten 2 of her litters in and adopted. In the first litter was all adopted, and now Hayes will, I'm sure, be adopted as long as he continues to do okay. But anyway, we would like to get her in. If she is pregnant, then we do have a couple of weeks before she is due. And obviously, if she's not pregnant, we would like to get her in before she gets pregnant. Hi! You are so cute. Oh, so cute. She does kind of have that lightly pregnant look to her, though. So I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see it, and hope that we can find homes for Mr. T and Piney, and hope that they do okay. If they are miserable in captivity, even with all the snuggles and everything, we will have to return them or possibly try to find them a barn home. But it won't be, if they hate being inside and not be able to roam, then we will have to do the thing that is kindest for them, even if it's even if we have to return them and know that someday something will happen to them, at least we want them to have the happiest life that they can have. So that's the plan. Yeah, we will know pretty quickly about Piney and Mr. T. So it will probably take longer to get the ringworm results back than it will for us to know if they're going to be successful. So if they don't turn around, like if they're panicked and unhappy and they don't turn around in a couple of days, I think that's going to be our answer. regardless of the ringworm test. But if they show some progress within a couple of days, even if they're not all the way there, we can still work with them. We just don't want to torture them, you know, and have them down there for months and months, hoping that they'll turn around, because they're very happy in the forest. And
Look how cute you are.
we'll run into some logistical problems with finding people to take care of them and stuff, and or I can do it, but then I won't be able to take another pregnant cat. So anywho, thank goodness for Cassidy, the miracle kitten. Oh, get it. I'm sad that I dropped my phone and broke the lens. So there's a crack in my lens, my video camera lens. Very sad. Oh, what happened? Your tail walked away. What are you going to do now? I am curious to see how much weight he gets in his coat. He's getting pretty white. He's like an old man. He's like Benjamin Button. Is that his name? Benjamin Buttons? So that's okay. Well, that was a good try. Oh no. He's like the face starfish. Are you like a face starfish? You're very tenacious. Okay, so let's see. I think it's hilarious how Barty's the only one who ever squeaks. He never makes Cassidy squeak, even though Cassidy probably deserves it. Oh, look at that face. You are so silly. Where are you going? Oh, alright. Let's see. I've got some lap gala stuff I need to do. Need to get done today. Speaking of Dollarama, the tiny suitcases are no longer available at the dollar store where they were. So we don't have any tiny suitcases for the Tip Cisco kittens. So that will be interesting. I think we have something else we can use, but be a whole new era. Do you see how Barty does his walking? Do you see that? You can do that too, sort of. Alright, I'm going to try to sit for a few minutes and get some of this gala stuff done. What is that? Oh, I see. And then we'll do some walking. And then I'll have to take his splints off and do some stretching. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to turn the sound off because I have to have some sound.